so Anime Orlando, please help me welcome out to the stage. You know her as Princess Jasmine, a Disney legend. Please help me welcome Linda Larkin.
Oh.
Hello.
I feel like I need the rest of my cast relief.
Right. Well, we're just here to celebrate you.
Well, thank you. Well,
There we go.
There we go. Yay.
Well, welcome back to the House of Mouse here, Orlando.
Yes.
Is it? When was the last time you were here?
December.
December.
I went on The Treasure.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. The last time that
Great.
we talked was in Columbus.
Yeah.
And you were literally going on the Treasure the very next day.
Yep, I flew from Columbus here to Florida and went on the ship the next morning.
Yeah, amazing, right?
It was so amazing. It was just a treat. It was my first ever cruise.
What? Whoa.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, do all ships have statues of Princess Jasmine? And
They should.
Yeah.
They should. They
Did
should.
you fall in love with cruising?
I loved it so much.
Yeah.
I can't wait to go again.
Any Disney cruisers out there?
I did years ago.
Yeah.
I'm 6
yeah,
years
I'm a
old.
huge, love Disney Cruise Line. It's
So great.
so then you're gonna have to start looking at these itineraries, like going to Alaska.
I know. I'd go anywhere on a cruise.
Right. Now
I
you're-
loved it. It was really, really great. And I hear I'm spoiled that the Disney cruises are the best. So
I would-
they're like, don't even go.
What do you guys think? Yeah.
Yes,
Absolutely.
100%,
yeah.
Absolutely. You think
Most expensive.
The transit ones.
Amen
They-
to that.
they-
Yeah,
listen, you
casinos.
get what you pay for. You get what you pay for, right? The transatlantic cruises are great too. So good.
Okay.
If you're not worried about being on a ship for 6 days straight.
Well, I was on a ship for 6 days anyway, but I just went to Castaway Key twice in 6 days.
Did you go snorkeling to see the?
You know, I didn't because I actually was doing a lot of work on the ship, so I went.
They're putting you to work.
They put me to work. It was good work. It was fun work, but we were creating a lot of content and a lot of like introductions for the ship,
Oh,
so that
great.
people knew what to come out and experience.
And when you say work, there could definitely be worse things out
Yeah,
there.
it
than-
doesn't
than-
really feel
than
like
being
work.
a Disney legend, a Disney ambassador. Now, let me ask you this: Does we'll talk about, we'll go into auditioning your role, but I want to talk about like that immediately after you land this role, you are now a Disney princess. Did that change or influence, like not you're a bad person, but did that like, hey, representing Disney, maybe I have to,
Behave better.
behave, I have to act a certain way, I have to do certain things a certain way.
That's a really good question. I started so young, and I think that I really was already someone who behaved myself, right? So I think that they didn't have any issues with me.
Right.
It naturally was a good fit for me. And it really, that culture was in me from a young age. And I started acting as a teenager. So it really was, I was working professionally, and you have to be professional. You're with adults and you're in very high pressure situations, and I had to act like a grown up, and I did. I know not everybody does, but I did.
Now, as you said, started young, and you got this project, this movie while you were. How far into your career until you landed this
So
movie?
I had been working already probably 3 or 4 years
Okay.
by the time I was auditioning for this.
Okay.
But I had never done animation. That was the first time I
Live
ever
action.
done that. I'd done theater and film and television. It was my first time working in animation, but I had done a lot of voiceover work. So I had experience working in a recording booth and with a microphone. And I think I had a good sense of timing when it came to that kind of work. So when I went in to audition for Aladdin, it was very different from anything I had done, but it also felt familiar. So there was something about it that just worked for me.
Now, tell me about that audition process. Was this something that your agent was like, hey, there's this project, or was this something that you saw or something that landed on your plate?
So I had an agent,
Okay.
and they booked all of my auditions for me, and I would just be told the night before usually where to be the next day. And it was, I gotta tell you guys, back then we didn't have iPhones. So they would say, you know, go to, I don't know, 1156 Lancashire Boulevard. And I'd have to get out my map and navigate myself to where the audition was. Disney Studios was a little easier to find, but even that, you know, I was, like, I'd barely been driving that long, and I'm trying to navigate myself to all these places that are brand new to me. And for a little bit, when I first moved to LA, I had my grandma with me, so she came with me and got me settled and went on auditions with me. And I remember this was so funny. There was a job that I got. She came to the audition with me, and they called me the next morning when I was shooting and before I got to set, and they said, "Is your grandma coming with you?" And I was like, "Yeah, but why?" And they said, "Well, because we forgot to arrange a guardian for you." And I was like, "No, I'm 18. I don't need a guardian. She's just coming with me because she's like my companion right now."
That's great.
And getting me used to where I am. So anyway, it was, I think the process of going and auditioning for it, I didn't know because my agents set up all these appointments for the week, and it was just one of many appointments.
So it was just a job at that point, just
It
trying to
was-
get a job.
Yes, exactly. We would go on everything and just hope that something clicked. And yeah, and everyone I knew was going on that same audition. So
Right.
everyone, the girl I wrote to the audition with had a fax machine, which was super fancy.
Ooh, fancy.
Yep. So she got in the audition scene the night before, and she had read it, and then she drove to the audition so that, you know, we carpooled, but she
Right.
drove so I could read while she was driving. So I was just in the car reading the scene, and then when I got to the studio, she went in first, and I went in, but
Do you think that there is a day that goes by where she was like, man, if I just did not give Linda a ride?
we're friends to this day, and she's had a wonderful career, so everyone has the things that are meant for them.
Oh man, if I would have just left her at the house. Were you?
I'm gonna ask her.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, do you ever regret taking me to the audition?
Were you a Disney fan growing up?
I was a huge Disney fan, and I didn't have an opportunity to go to the parks a lot because we lived in Minnesota and we weren't near a park. We went once, and it was amazing.
Oh, to Disneyland?
To Disney World.
To
We went
Disney
Magic
World,
Kingdom.
Magic
Yeah.
Kingdom. By the way, any cast members? Oh, look at that. Love to see it.
I love that. Being in Orlando, so many people are connected to it.
100%,
It's just
yeah.
amazing.
So, what were some of your favorite movies that were?
So when I was little, Cinderella, Snow White, Sleeping Beauty,
Yeah.
those were my movies. And I had something amazing. I didn't know I was doing this, but when I was 8 years old, I was really practicing to one day be the voice of a Disney princess, because I would sit with my little record player and my 45s, which is a little record for those who don't know what that is, and I had read-along storybooks, and I would read along with the princess voices for all my favorite animated
Wow,
movie stories.
That's really cool. I love that you mentioned those because, again, no shade on those princesses, but during that time that Little Mermaid, The Beauty and the Beast, the Aladdin, right? Those movies, the princesses weren't waiting for the princess,
Right.
right? Like, so like, you know, Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, Snow White, you know, they happened into princessdom, right? Where the late 80s, early 90s really made a
Renaissance.
strong female character.
Yeah, so I think that the princesses really reflect the time that they're in, right? And I do think that in the early 90s, we were just in a different time, and you got to see women being, explored in that way, these characters being explored in that way. And I also think that they were a little ahead of their time, because when the live action Aladdin came out in 2019, someone was asking me about, what I thought of Princess Jasmine for 2019, and I was like, she was written for 2019. This was perfect for now. So, and that was, what, 22 years? No, more. Math. A long time after our movie came out.
It's over 30 years.
Thank you.
1982.
I knew there were some geniuses in this audience. I knew it.
And I'm sure you've heard the story about how these princesses and Jasmine really helped awaken that female empowerment in them.
Yes, I really love being a part of that and being part of this era of Disney princesses. It's been great.
And then with subsequent years, you did a couple sequels, and you're still doing Kingdom Hearts and Speedstorm. How do you keep Princess Jasmine as Princess Jasmine, but also fresh?
Well, I think the material really informs that for me. So whatever they're writing for the current day, so we just did something, and I'm not sure that it's out yet, so I don't think I can say what it is, but we did something kind of new, a new project. And it was, some of it was a new energy for the princesses.
Right.
It was really fun to do, and it was just like fresh material. So I think that's how it stays fresh. Our voices stay consistent, but the material is new.
Just like, you talk about something that was new, different, but still the same.
Yeah.
Ralph breaks the internet.
Yes!
Any Ralph fans here?
That was the
Obviously,
best
scene where
part.
Penelope goes into the princess. And you didn't record together, obviously, but it was still very cool to see was the first time that you saw the finished product, was it in a theater, or did you see like a sneak peek of that scene?
So we saw it together, the princesses, standing backstage at D23. We were standing backstage watching the back of the screen as it was projected to the audience at D23 for the first time. And we were all like huddled together watching it and just blown away. And then we were going to be surprising the fans by coming out one at a time. So we had been kind of hidden. We hadn't done anything public because this was the launch of this, so we didn't really want everyone to know that we were at Disneyland because we wanted to surprise everyone. So we had just kept a low profile for a few days, which is pretty easy for me. It's a little bit harder for Jody to keep a low profile, and she really had to hide, but I just had to be quiet. As long as I didn't talk, no one knew who I was. Yeah. So Jody came out on stage, and everyone was so excited because they didn't know that Jody was there.
Right.
And she said that she wanted to introduce another person, and she brought Paige on stage. And they were like, oh my gosh, 2 princesses. And then Paige introduced me, and right when I came out, the audience caught on that it was gonna be all of us.
Oh.
So we all came out one at a time. I think there were a couple people missing, but it was most of us.
And then along those same lines, all together had to be obviously the pinnacle of the career with you and all your friends receiving that Disney Legend Award.
That was really great. It was so fun and, unexpected. We all got a surprise phone call in the summer of 2011, and I joke about this. Some people here who know me have heard this story, but my husband that year had gotten a Tony nomination for a play that he was in on Broadway. And, he worked very hard. A play is a tough schedule, and it's a lot of hours and a lot of rehearsal and a lot of stress. And then out of the blue, I get a call saying they're gonna give me a Disney Legends Award, and my husband was like, "You couldn't just let me have my time." So it was a joke between us, but it was a good year. That was a good year in our house.
Good
A lot of
year.
surprises.
Where do you keep your trophy? Where do you keep your statue?
It's in my mom's house.
Oh, that's good.
And you cannot enter her house without walking by it. She's got it in a very, but at Christmas time, she moves it to decorate. So at Christmas time, it's not there. I really have to get involved with this because I need to like make that part of the Christmas decoration.
Right.
Because it's in her way at Christmas time. And I think
It's
we need to
in
get
the way.
Wow. She would kill me if she heard me say this, but it's true.
I always find it interesting where people keep their trophies and their statues and
Where do
stuff.
other people keep?
Oh, so Richard Dreyfuss is my favorite. Richard Dreyfuss keeps his Oscar in his refrigerator. So that way,
Interesting.
when people come over, they're like, "Hey, can I have a soda? Can I have a water?" He's like, "Sure. It's in the fridge. Help yourself." And then they open up the fridge, and there it is.
I think that's good.
I think it's the best. It's my favorite one. So again, we do have a microphone right there. If you guys have questions, please feel free to line up as we're getting line up over there. I'm going to ask you my favorite question, and that is obviously you work with a lot of people.
Yes.
You do a lot of conventions like Animate GalaxyCon. Do you still kind of fanboy out a little bit when you see people in the green room or across the way from you at your table?
Yes, and last week I got an autograph, which I was so excited about because I grew up in the 70s and Happy Days was a really big deal when I was a kid. And I got Henry Winkler's autograph for my friend whose birthday was this week, and he's the most amazing human. And I was just so happy to have that interaction with him. And my friend was delighted. She opened the box and she was like, "I'm framing this. This is going up on the wall." So
I love that.
I didn't frame it for her because I don't want to make it like you better put this on the wall. So I put it in one of those hard plastic protective covers, and she loved it so much. So it's going up on her wall.
I love that. I love that. So we have some folks over here. Hello. What is your name?
It's Jake. It's nice to see you again.
Yeah.
And thanks for the autograph yesterday, Linda.
Oh, you're welcome.
All I hear is Jasmine in your voice, and I love it.
Oh, thank you.
Given also too, and I wish they would release the Aladdin series on Disney Plus already.
I agree. I think it's inevitable. I think it's happening. It just hasn't happened yet.
But I will say this though, with the cast Aladdin had, what was it like working with two of the late greatest comedians, namely Gilbert Gottfried and Robin Williams?
I mean, how lucky. These, right, they deserve an applause.
I miss both of them very dearly.
Did you say you met both of them?
No, I said I miss both of them.
Oh, I miss both of them.
I never got a
as
chance to
well.
ever see them.
Yeah, I miss them a lot. It's Gilbert and I were friends and neighbors. So
Whoa.
yeah, Gilbert lived 3 blocks away from me in New York, and his wife and his kids still live there, and I am at his house often, and I still have his energy around me, and I love him and miss him a lot. But I get to really experience him through his kids and through his wife, and it's nice. And Robin also, I knew him over the course of 20 years. I had infrequent visits with him, but every one was absolutely memorable, and it makes me a little bit emotional thinking about him. And but I love when people bring both him and Gilbert up to me because it gives me a moment to remember them too.
They were two of the funniest guys. Lost them too soon.
Yes, we did. But we are so lucky because they left us with so much.
Yes, they
We
did.
get to continue to enjoy them. Thank you for your question.
And speaking of the cast, did you record solo? Did you get to record as a cast with some certain people?
Yes and yes.
Okay.
So we recorded everything solo, so we have a clean take of everything, and we also recorded everything with the actor that we were in the scene with. And I had one little bit of dialogue with Robin Williams, and they really didn't need me in the studio that day. They had a lot of work to do with Robin, and they could just fill in my dialogue, you know, from my solo sessions. But I begged them. I was like, please, I want to work with him. And they said, we're gonna see if we can do it. And they ended up bringing me in to work with him, and it was
That's awesome.
one of the best days in my memory of all the days of my life. It was just great. And Scott and I were experiencing that together, and we talk about that to this day.
I love that. That's
Mhm.
great. Hello, what is your name?
Mia,
Hi, Mia.
Hi, Mia.
I was just wondering what your favorite line of Jasmine is.
Oh my gosh, okay. I mean, I think some people here know. I have a couple of favorites, but my favorite line to say is, "Oh, Father, Raja was just playing with him. Weren't you, Raja? You were just playing with that overdressed, self-absorbed Prince Ahmed, weren't you?" Do you have a favorite?
I don't think so. I particularly like the scene where she's gonna run away and she's talking to Raj and she's like jumping over. So basically that whole bit. I enjoy.
I love that too. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I think you might have taken the person behind you. Come on up to the mic. Come on up to the mic. I know you have another question deep down inside. I can see your face. You're like, oh, that was my question.
What was your favorite line in the third movie?
Oh, we're going deep tracks there. But, well, let me ask you, do you remember any of the lines from the third movie?
Not Jasmine, but she's finally getting married. That was my favorite as a kid.
She just got engaged. You did? Yeah. Congratulations. Oh, that's so wonderful.
Thank you.
Well, I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Do you have a favorite along those lines? One of those a secondary project besides the main film? Do you?
Right. Well, the cartoon series
Right, the cartoon.
really was amazing. It was so great. That was, we got together as a cast in Los Angeles every Tuesday from 2 to 6 to record the cartoon series. And we did 100 episodes. So it was, and I would say maybe half of the episodes I recorded as I just described, and then the other half I was in New York where I lived part of the time, and now I live full time. And when I was in New York, I recorded with Gilbert. So it was just me and Gilbert in the studio in New York. And it would be the same day that they were recording the cast in LA, but like a different time. I think they would record us first, and then they would do their cast recording second. But it was a special time because I really got to spend an enormous amount of time with the other actors, more than the movie. And pretty much all of the Simpsons cast guest starred on the Aladdin cartoon series, which was also amazing because we were working with all these cool people that we hadn't worked with before. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, I'm Tom.
Hi, Tom.
So, I was looking forward to you today. We came by and you're always out, so.
Oh, well, I'm
That's all
sorry.
right. But my question was, do you have any projects coming up that you can talk about that we can look forward to?
Oh my gosh, I have a project. I do have a project coming up. I just don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it yet. I recorded it probably 4 months ago, so it's not out yet.
I don't want to get in trouble or something.
I know, I have slipped and spoken about it in my own house, but not publicly.
Okay,
So,
thank you.
yeah, thank you.
Do you feel that you get typecast because of Princess Jasmine?
Oh, no, not
No.
at all. I think that, I do have a certain kind of voice, and
Right.
it is what it is. So the things that I'm asked to do usually are things that are appropriate for the kind of voice that I have. But I've been able to do really a wide range of projects within that. So I always pretty much sound like me. I think that people can pick me out even if I'm not doing Princess Jasmine stuff. Like the cartoon series, we used to all do crowd walla. Do you guys know what that is? So
It's just noise, yeah.
noise, right? So they would say, okay, we're gonna do crowd walla, everybody but Linda. And I'm like, why? Why can't I do crowd walla? And she's like, because Jasmine's not at the marketplace right now, and I can tell it's you. And I was like, okay, well,
Fair enough.
that is a good thing,
Yeah.
but not for crowd walla.
Well, what about like live action? You know, you're not getting.
Oh, yeah.
You're not getting typecast. You're not getting cast as like the mafia. Killer.
No, I mean, I mostly do voiceover work, so, and with that, I've been able to do a whole range of things that you can probably always tell are me.
Hello. What's your name?
I'm Michael.
Hi, Michael.
Hi, Michael.
And Linda, funny thing is, I actually saw you back at MassCon 2019.
Oh my gosh, I loved that. That was so fun. In, it was Sacramento, not
Concord.
Concord, right. So you flew into San Francisco and then drove to Concord. I loved that event.
Yeah, me too.
I'm happy to see you again.
You too. Thank you. Thanks for
My
stopping
mom
by.
was with me at that event.
Oh.
Yeah, she comes with me sometimes to these.
So, my question is, back to Robin Williams. Funny thing is, I actually lived near his house.
So you're from the Bay Area?
I am.
Oh, okay. Amazing. Oh, wow.
Anyway, so my question
Did you
is,
know there's, oh, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but the Robin Williams, like, bridge or something
Oh, the
up there? The tunnel. Yeah, I saw that before. I was like, this is so great. There's a tunnel named after Robin in the Bay Area.
So yeah, me and my family got to drive through it almost every day.
I love that.
Thanks. So, my question is, do you have a favorite scene or moment of the Robin Williams as the genie in Aladdin 1 or 3?
Not two, he's not, oh, because it's not Robin. Yeah. What'd you say? And, right.
The voice of Homer Simpson is.
Right, yeah, Dan Castellaneta, yes. My favorite, oh my gosh, that's a really good question. What comes to mind, really, off the top of my head, is Friend Like Me. That whole performance just has always been so amazing to me, and the different dynamics that he takes on, and oh my gosh, I think that's my favorite.
I can agree. Thank you.
Yeah? Okay.
Hello. Good to see you again.
Hi, Christian.
My question is this: as an actor, is there a particular project that you wish you could do when in regards to genre or a particular character for television or film or stage or animation?
Okay, I love that question. I really love comedy. So I would love to be in a comedy series, probably. I would love to have a fun character in a comedy series, animated or live action.
I literally thought about just like comedy, but I'm assuming. But
It is, it's my favorite, and I think that when we were doing Aladdin, it was, really funny movie, and one of the descriptions in the, breakdown for the auditions was they wanted actors with a good sense of comedic timing. And I think they thought that I could do that. I was definitely auditioning for a lot of sitcoms and things at that time. But it was so funny because Jasmine really didn't have the comedy. The comedy was Iago, Abu, Genie. Jasmine really had, a purposeful voyage mission, but she wasn't doing I think she's funny, but she didn't have as much of the comedy. But I think that understanding the comedic timing was helpful in those scenes with the people who have the funny lines too. So I love comedy. I love doing it. I think it's really fun to do live, to do on stage. You get so much immediate gratification because people are laughing with you or at you, but it's great. So yes, comedy.
Thank you, and
Thank
honestly, I
you.
can see you do it. I hope that project comes soon.
Thank you so much.
Speaking of stage, do you have in comedy, do you have a favorite movie while you were growing up? Doesn't have to be Disney, but a favorite movie or television show that you would like to see get the theater musical treatment? Because that's a big thing right now. Back to the Future, Outsiders, things like that are getting that musical treatment. Do you have a favorite movie growing up or watching that you would like to see get that musical
Is
treatment?
there a Freaky Friday musical?
Yes.
Is there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, then somebody already thought of it. Okay, how about a Brady Bunch musical?
This should be a lot of fun.
That could be so good.
Somebody's gonna start writing that now.
So good.
Sure, Jan.
Hello again.
Hi there.
Hello, you're a beautiful belle.
Thank you. So speaking with Paige O'Hara and Jodie Benson, they had mentioned that when they were recording their lines, they had cameras in the studios to kind of like get their mannerisms as they were recording. Do you see yourself and your mannerisms in Jasmine?
I don't really see my mannerisms because I just don't look at myself that much. I don't really, if someone did it back to me, I wouldn't even recognize it as me because I don't know really what they are. But I do know that my mom said, "Oh, that's so you. That's so you." That shrug or that look. So I think that people who know me well recognize some of my gestures or mannerisms in the character. They did record all of my sessions and I know the character is really many things and many inspirations, but probably a little bit of what I do naturally when I speak made it into the animation.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I have a couple more questions. Hello, what is your name?
Are you another Belle? Yes. Hi.
Hi, I'm Ariel.
Oh, you're Ariel. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we have the light. Yeah, we are staring into lights.
It's fine. I get that a lot because of blue dress.
Yeah, I think I saw the blue, but yes. Hi.
So my question for you is, what do you identify with Jasmine as a character?
Oh, I would say her courage. I think that is really something that resonated with me when I auditioned for the character. At that time in my life, I was doing stuff that, I didn't have a huge support system. I was living in a place where I didn't have any family. I was trying to do something very challenging with my life, auditioning, trying to have a career in entertainment. And I think that her courage, leaving everything that she knew and where she was safe and comfortable and going out to find a more authentic version of herself and a life that she dreamed of really resonated with me and what I was going through at that time. And I try to still be brave, and sometimes I think I have to really remember that Jasmine is there for me. Life is long, and there are times that you feel braver than others, but that character and her courage lives inside of me. I just have to call it up. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing great.
You
thank
look great.
So Aladdin obviously was very famous. There's been a lot of reimagining and new versions. Like there's a Broadway version. I know there was a version on the Disney cruises. Is there anything like, and I know there's been a bunch in the parks. So is there any version other than the original that's like a particular favorite?
Well, yes. I have a couple of answers for that. One of my favorite experiences was seeing it on Broadway because our Jafar is the original Broadway Jafar as well, Jonathan Freeman. So that experience of seeing him in the costume on stage live doing this incredible performance as Jafar, that was so great. It was, the Broadway show was just so dazzling. It was amazing. Have you seen it?
I've seen it twice.
Oh, I just loved it. But really, I think my very favorite was the one at Disneyland. The production there. Has anyone here seen that? The one that was there for years?
Oh, I wish.
It was so incredible. I really loved that production. Were you able to see it?
No, I saw the recording, and apparently it's really similar to the one that they have on the cruises.
Oh yeah, which I haven't seen yet. They didn't have that on the Treasure. I think it's on the Dream or which one?
I'm pretty sure it's on the Fantasy.
And the Fantasy, okay. Thank you for knowing that. So, yes, I want to see it. I heard it's great. So, I guess I'll just have to go on another cruise.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Before we go, can you put into words, if possible, I know it's tough, but what this means to you and being able to hear, like, you go into a studio, you record your lines, and then, you don't see it for years. And here you get to see the people's eyeballs. You get to hear their words on what this movie, your character, means to them. What is that like for you?
It might be the best part of all of this. Sharing these experiences with people, sharing it, making new friends at places like this, having people share their stories and their lives and really being able to connect with how this movie affected all of us, affected me, affected the people that have seen it and shared it with their friends and family and their kids and even grandkids now. It's been really such a great journey, and I appreciate sharing it with all of you so much. So thank you.
Thank you all for hanging out with us.